Today we're talking about the American Express Green Credit Card, and we're going to be looking at every little nuance with this card, including the annual fee, spending categories, and doing some direct comparisons to other credit cards on the market. The Green Card is often overshadowed by other American Express credit cards, such as the Amex Gold and Amex Platinum, but I guarantee you there's a ton of value with this Amex Green Card that you probably aren't aware of. I first want to look into the specifics behind the Amex Green Card, then do a comparison into other similar credit cards on the market. After that, I want to share with you everything that you're going to need to know to get the most value out of this credit card. Without further ado, let's talk about the Amex Green Card. Probably the most common question with this card is, what is the annual fee? Now, the Amex Green Card comes with an annual fee of $150, but being a travel-focused credit card, that truly is not bad. Oftentimes on the market, we'll see annual fees less than $100 for the lower tier travel cards to upwards almost $700 for other luxury travel cards out there. Now, if you are concerned about the annual fee, just be aware that oftentimes annual fee cards do come with higher spending categories to give you a little bit more cash back, and even if they don't have those, they'll often give you incentives in the form of statement credits, which will typically outweigh the annual fee. And that's exactly what we'll see with the Amex Green Card, as that $150 annual fee is wiped away with two key statement credits. Now, the first of these two statement credits is a $189 Clear Plus credit, which will help you get through airport security quicker wherever you're going to be traveling. The second statement credit is valued at $100, and it's a Lounge Buddy credit, which you can use in airports worldwide to get a little bit extra when you are trying to stay in a lounge. Seen with these two credit loans, they add up to $289 worth of value, which if you directly compare to that $150 that we will have to pay for the card, we're getting an extra $139 worth of value out of it. So that's what you need to know for the statement credits surrounding the Amex Green Card, but I now want to pivot over to talk about the spending categories, and admittedly, I do have to say that I think that the spending categories on the Green Card are a bit lackluster. So with this credit card, you're going to be able to earn 3 times points back on your travel, 3 times points back on your transit, and 3 times points back on dining, as well as 1 times points everywhere else you spend. Like I said, I think that the spending categories are not the greatest on the Green Card, and later I'll share with you 2 other cards that I do think get more value out of every spending category compared to the Amex Green Card. That being said, being part of the American Express system, you do have a lot of potential, as Amex points are valued very high and there's so much that you can do when redeeming for travel. So those are the bigger ticket items surrounding the Amex Green Card. However, there are some other specifics I want to go into. First and foremost is how being part of the American Express ecosystem is a massive win. Now, American Express is known for having one of the highest point values when you do redeem for travel. Inside of the Amex system, the points are valued at 1 cent per point. However, when transferred out to one of the 21 Amex transfer partners, Amex points can be valued at up to 2.8 cents per point, which is absolutely massive. Now, American Express is known worldwide as one of the most reputable and best credit card systems out there. With the points being valued so high, getting your foot in the door with the Amex Green Card, especially if you're looking long-term to maybe get the Amex Gold Card or the Amex Platinum Card, this is definitely a great starting point. Taking a closer look at those 21 transfer partners, 18 of them are focused on airline travel. Some of the more notable ones here are Emirates, Delta, JetBlue, and Virgin Atlantic. When we look at the hotel partners for those 3 listed, we have the 3 options to go with, which are Choice Privileges, Hilton Honors, and Marriott Bonvoy. If you are someone that enjoys traveling and you do like any of these travel partners listed, I definitely consider getting into the Amex ecosystem, as not every credit card company is paired with the same ones. Taking a closer look at some of the other smaller points that really stand out for this card, I want to look at some of the hidden perks and values inside of this credit card. First thing that stands out to me is this card has no foreign transaction fees, which you cannot always take for granted. However, if you do plan on traveling, this is an absolute must. This card's also going to give you access to the American Express experiences with certain entertainment that could be near you. This card will also give you the send and split payment feature. You're going to have exclusive American Express offers for higher amounts of cash back at a variety of places, and there's also some flexibility for spending and paying back over time. And finally, this card will offer you up to $1,000 of insurance per shopping occurrence, or $50,000 annually. So that's going to include all the big picture items and the small picture items that you should know before applying for this credit card. But like I said, I want to compare it to some other cards on the market that are very similar in how they're going to offer you a lot for travel, but maybe get you a little bit more depending on how you spend. When thinking about which other cards are similar in travel or maybe offer a little bit different, the first card that comes to mind is the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which has a $95 annual fee, and as we'll see in a second, might give you more value in some other spending categories. Another card that comes to mind, which is a higher annual fee card, is the American Express Platinum. Comparing side by side, we know that the Amex Green Card has that $150 annual fee that we talked about earlier. I just said that the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a $95 annual fee, but the Amex Platinum has a $695 annual fee. But as we saw, the higher the annual fee goes, you might be able to get a little bit more value out of the card. When it comes to statement credits, we saw that with the Green Card, you'll have $289 worth of value. With the Chase Sapphire Preferred, that $95 annual fee will bring you a $50 statement credit for hotels each year. But with the Amex Platinum, with that really hefty annual fee, you'll have over $1,500 worth of value packed inside that credit card. In this video, I won't dive into the specifics of the Amex Platinum card, but if you are interested in learning more about that card, be sure to check out that video. I'll have it linked up above and down below. Another consideration when applying for different credit cards is what are the spending categories. We see that with the Amex Green Card, it was the 3 times points on your travel, 3 times on your transit, and 3 times points on your dining. Now the American Express Platinum will offer you 5 times points back on your flights and 5 times points back on your hotels through American Express. Now on the other hand, the Chase Sapphire Preferred will offer us 5 times points back on our travel through Chase, 2 times points back on all other travel purchases, 3 times points back on our online grocery orders, 3 times points back on our streaming services, as well as 3 times points back on our dining. I hope that's a broader picture overview of what some other cards can offer and what you should be looking for, but without going into too much other info, you should definitely check out other transfer partners or maybe little statement credits built inside the cards when considering which card to apply for. As a whole though, I definitely say that the Amex Green Card is a solid mid-tier travel credit card. It's in a great ecosystem, and although it might not offer you the most in terms of your spending categories, with those built-in statement credits and access to some great transfer partners, I don't think you can go wrong with it. And if you're interested in other card review videos and videos on some tips and tricks to get the most value out of every dollar you spend, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and check out some of the videos in my playlist. I really appreciate you guys watching this long. I'll see you guys in the next video.